Well, the House is expected to vote this afternoon on whether it will authorize a formal impeachment inquiry into President Biden.
That's right. Several House Republicans are hoping to launch the investigation despite concerns from some members of their own party. The nearly year-long investigation is focused on the business dealings of the Biden family. Now, while it has raised some ethical questions, it has not provided any evidence of the president's alleged wrongdoing. That's an important detail. The White House denies all of the allegations. Now, if the vote passes the House, Republicans could look into potential charges of bribery, abuse of power, and obstruction. House Speaker Mike Johnson says the inquiry is not politically driven.
We have no choice. To fulfill our constitutional responsibility, we have to take the next step. We're not making a political decision. It's not. It's a legal decision. So people have feelings about it one way or the other. We can't prejudge the outcome. The Constitution does not permit us to do so.
CBS News congressional correspondent Scott MacFarlane joins us now from Capitol Hill. Scott, I want to get your reaction to what we just heard from the House Speaker saying it's not political, but House Republicans are a bit divided about this impeachment inquiry. What's going on?
That really is a fundamental point. He says it's a legal decision, not a political decision. When the House votes, likely in the 5 p.m. Eastern time hour today, they will have more power for their investigation. It will help underwrite it with more legitimacy when they come time to subpoena people and interview people and do the things you do as part of an impeachment inquiry. It solidifies the footing legally. But yeah, there are political implications. What this does immediately is uses the word impeachment and Biden in the same sentence. And that could water down the term when, oh, by the way, Republicans are poised to nominate a twice impeached nominee for the White House to run against President Biden. But it also extends things. It gives them the capability, if not the likelihood, over the next several months to continue saying impeachment and Biden. So it has both legal and political implications. Democrats argue it's pure politics. Mike Johnson just there says it's all about legality.
No, it's a good point, Scott. There are political benefits for Republicans to take this specific charge, even though there's no direct evidence of President Biden's wrongdoing. Talk to us more about the timing and why that's beneficial for Republicans.
It's interesting timing, to put it mildly, if not specifically designed timing. They are doing this. They're having this impeachment inquiry vote just as they're ready to leave town for the holidays and leave town with a whole lot of things still to do, including come to an agreement to fund the government and avoid a shutdown, come to some type of agreement on immigration reform, which would also help them pass needed aid for Ukraine. They're leaving that behind to go home for the holidays potentially, but tying this one up and wrapping up this impeachment inquiry vote, maybe it softens the ground for compromises with Democrats by satisfying the hardliners, the Freedom Caucus members, on an impeachment vote before they seek those hardliners' help in a bipartisan deal to keep the government open. But also, and I think this is worth underscoring, it kind of halts or arrests momentum for the impeachment inquiry because they're launching it, then they're leaving. And that may be either by design or a consequence of the timing.
And talk to us about what the next steps will be if this passes.
There's a process that would likely lead to subpoenas and interviews and document requests. And one of the arguments the House Speaker and some Republicans, even in bluish moderate districts, have made is that the White House hasn't been forthcoming releasing records that have been requested by Congress. That's how they're justifying an impeachment inquiry vote. So no doubt over the next few weeks and months, they would renew those document requests and have the leverage of a formal impeachment inquiry vote to do so. They were going to get kickback on any investigation without solidifying that this is a formal impeachment inquiry, and they are poised to do that today. The House Republican majority is painfully narrow. Just 3 votes can be lost, but they're confident they have the votes, or else it wouldn't be on the calendar.
All right.
Scott MacFarlane, we appreciate the update. Thank you.
Thank you.